morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is a fun day for us, but when we were looking at the celebration of Women's History Month, Sharon Stone, who is our publisher for our newspaper, wanted to highlight some women. So there's a number of people on the team who work in for our newsletter, and it was the idea of Robin Boyce to say, what female has really made a big impact and contribution to the St. Louis airport? And so Robin suggested that we write about JoAnne Wayne. And so in the newsletter, which we have a lot of copies for you, when this was put out, it was sort of recognizing who she was, the contribution she made as obviously a board of aldermen, but also as an airport commissioner to this airport, and the room hence named after her. Well, when the newsletter went out and a lot of employees read it, and it gets passed around to a lot of family members and others, we were surprised to find out how many people didn't know who JoAnne Wayne was or why this room was named after her. And so for years, I've been here at the airport for 11 years, this is where we held our airport commission meetings. And so we had all the commission, and we always said the JoAnne Wayne room, and I think all the airport commissioners knew who she was and why it was dedicated. But it was just surprising to us how many employees didn't. And then we started talking about well, how could we do something? And Tracy, where's Tracy? She works on my team, had said, well, maybe we can do a dedication in the room so that there's actually a picture of her and a little bit of history about who she was. So this room is utilized all the time. There's a lot of in-house meetings. There's also a lot of meetings from outside that come in to utilize this room. And so we wanted something that could be a tribute, that when people walk into the room, not only do they see JoAnne Wayne outside, but they see the picture of JoAnne Wayne. And if they have a minute, they can take a time to read the dedication. So kind of a wide range of people involved in, not me, it was all the staff members involved in trying to pull this together. And we were just grateful that you all could come out this morning and be with us and join us. Even when we were walking down the hall a while ago, an employee of the airport stopped me and said, what's going on? I said, we're doing a dedication in the JoAnne Wayne room. And he said, well, it's about time. and I know initially when it was built, there was a dedication, but this, I think, hopefully will have a lasting impact for everybody that walks past the room, who comes into the room, utilizes, they'll see a picture of your beautiful mother, grandmother. And we do have several of the family members with us. I understand there are 9 grandchildren. Her oldest grandchild, and it's Chevette, right? Is going to speak in just a minute as we do the unveiling. And also her son is with us. So, and I think, I assume all 4 of you other ones are granddaughters as well? Okay. So it's so nice that you could come out and join us, and I'm sure she would be very proud, not only to have you all here, but hopefully to see the people in the room coming out to honor who she was and be with us this morning. So with that, I think we are going to do the unveiling next. Is that correct? Let me make sure. Yes, we're going to do the unveiling. So we would like Chevette and which other family members, if you all want to come up, you can do that. Okay, we'll count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, and I love the colors. It's such a bright, colorful picture. And from what I understand, I never had the pleasure of meeting her and knowing her, but from what I understand for people that worked with her for many years, she was just a breath of fresh air and a wonderful woman, and always very colorful in her attire. So we thought these pictures were great representations of that. So Chevette, I'd like to ask you to come up and say a few words.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. On behalf of the JoAnne Wayne family, I just would like to thank the airport, the city of St. Louis. I'm just emotional right now. It's been almost 27 years since my grandmother passed, and so just knowing the lasting legacy that she left on not only St. Louis, but on our family as well. We are just so proud of her, and I'm just amazed at the things that I'm learning every day, even today, just learning about how instrumental she was having the mural installed here at the airport and the different things that she's done in the community, the lasting things that she's done, that she did in the community. And so we're just really, really grateful. She's left a lasting legacy on us, myself personally, and I'm just at a loss for words. I mean, I'm really feeling overwhelmed, but I just really appreciate the recognition and keeping her relevant and keeping her current here. And so I just encourage you guys to continue to continue to keep her in mind every time that you step through this door. And thank you.
Happy to take pictures with any of the family members that would like to take pictures, and we can send them to you. We've got some teams here taking those, so we'll send those to you. So if you'd like to take pictures, please come on up, and you can do individuals, you can do groups, you can do parts of, however you choose.
At STL St. Louis, we got a chance to talk to JoAnne Wayne Jones, the granddaughter of Alderman JoAnne Wayne.
Her presence, just even seeing her name was just overwhelming. You know, it's been almost 27 years since she passed away, and just seeing the pictures, the plaque, it was phenomenal. I mean, she was just a phenomenal woman. So just to feel her presence in this room was everything. So I was 1 year old when she was first elected to the Board of Aldermen. And so just over the years, I remember being 8, 9 years old, making poster boards saying, "Re-elect JoAnne Wayne," with our stencils and crayons. And we were canvassing the first ward and passing out literature and working on the polls at a young age, you know, asking people to vote for my granny. And so that I also remember, before answering machines, we were the answering machine. Okay. So we were taking calls from constituents and, you know, writing down messages and that sort of thing, and saw her working. You know, I remember on Sunday mornings at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, she was returning phone calls, three-way calling residents with city departments. She was truly a hard worker. Real quickly, a story. Back in 88, 89, my high school took us to a trip down to the Board of Aldermen, and I was her special guest. She introduced me as her special guest down at the board. And she introduced me as her granddaughter, and I'm saving this spot for her, this seat for her. And I was thinking, oh no, she is not. But as time goes on, and the older I get, the more that I've been thinking about it. Maybe it's my destiny to at least try it, to, you know, check it off my bucket list. It's always community first. We've set, as younger people, I'm almost 50, but as younger people, we, you know, have kind of sat around and have seen the changing of our neighborhoods and our communities in our own generations. And that has just inspired, I think we have a new inspiration of younger people wanting to do more, get involved. Some of us have relatives that have been past elected officials, like my very good friend Shameen Clark Hubbard, whose grandfather was also an alderman. And so I just think that, you know, it's our time. You know, you have to pass the torch at some point.